Yeah. Turn the mic up. Draft boys ready. Let's go. While they chase headlines, he's digging through the tape. Third string grind, every snap, every rep, everybody talking first round, same names again. Danny in the shadows, finding value in the 10. Stopwatch ticking, notebooks full of ink. Missed by the cameras, but he sees what you think you didn't see. From small schools to backups with a chance. If there's a sleeper on the board, he already made the call in advance. Danny Savage, draft guru, breaking down the board like a pro really do. Late round legends, yeah, he's standing on the truth. Day 3, Danny turning pigs into proof. When the lights fade out and the crowd goes home, that's when the future gets quietly grown. 6th, 7th round, undrafted dreams. You're connecting all the dots in between the schemes. Straight over hype, the film over fame. If the league missed it, he's calling the name. Every year, gotta steal, every class got a few. When they go and show brand, Danny says, watch this dude. Danny Savage, draft cool. If it's sitting on the board, Jay's feeling it too. From the war room top to the long shot crew. Day 3, Danny, yeah, the legends coming through. Yeah. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's go. Let's get into it. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's get into it.
Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hyper button. Also hit the notification button so you know when I go live. This is just going to be a rant. There's a player out there from Texas Tech. Only played 1 year at Texas Tech. He's an edge by the name of David Bailey. Excuse me. I'm Danny. David Bailey. If I hear his name one more time, I'm going to vomit. Now, especially the blowjob Dallas Cowboy scouts, draft guys that pop up now, especially them, because they're on this guy, they're dick riding this guy hard. Let's take a step back. Let's go back to last year. The 2025 draft. The only name anyone ever knew in 2025 draft was Mike Green out of Marshall. Can anyone tell me why? Everyone said his name for one effing reason. Do you know why? Because Mike Green out of Marshall had 17 sacks. Now, there was like 7 other kids that had 16 and a half sacks. Nobody mentioned them. They only mentioned Mike Green, who had a lot of off the field issues, but they only mentioned him for one reason, because he had 17 sacks. So now let's step ahead to David Bailey. The only reason anybody, all these blowjobs are mentioning his name is because he led the nation in 14 and a half sacks. Now, he's 6'2", 240 pounds. Now, for the people that don't know this, and I know they don't know this, he spent 3 years prior at Stanford. So in 3 years at Stanford, 3 years starting at Stanford, he produced 14 sacks. Texas Tech threw a bundle at him. Lee Hunter, beast of a 1 Tech. Romello Height, hey, if you want a 25, 26-year-old rookie, he's your guy. Romello Height. I'm just going off my head. Bust at Georgia. Bust at Georgia Tech. Bust at USC. 1-year wonder at Texas Tech, and he's like 25. He touched 25 like the first week of April. Yet these clowns only know him too. He sucked. No. Elite Hunter is the only person I would draft. Now, do I hate David Bailey? No. I'm just putting this all into perspective. So, in 3 years at Stanford, from an undersized defensive end, because David Bailey is 6'2", 240, he had 14 sacks in 3 seasons. Transfers to a stacked D-line. Texas Tech spent like $30 million on this team. And he manages to come up with 32 tackles, 14 and a half sacks, 3 forced fumbles. Now, I'm saying I don't hate this man. I just hate how, and it's not to hate for him. It's just to hate at these nerds that don't. Yo, there are nerds on here that. Let me just shut up, man. My mother told me if you never had nothing nice to say, don't say nothing about it. But I'm not even gonna give them any clout. Clowns, bro. Straight up clowns, bro. Let me shut up. So, David Bailey, 3 average years at Stanford, 1-year wonder. So now everyone knows his name, but I'm like, so now I'm going to give you guys a head up for next year. Next year, everyone's going to be. So now, let me step back. For the last 2 years, there's been an edge at San Diego State. Trey White, his name is. So you guys could write it down, throw it in the book now. 6'2", 240, 245, 250. A little on the undersized. Straight monster. He's a straight goon. When I say goon with him, he's like a bulldog. Straight bulldog. In the last 2 seasons, now he's draft eligible. He is draft eligible. I have not heard one person mention him except me. So long story short, last 2 seasons, 125 tackles, 30 tackles for losses, and 20 sacks, where he was the one-man wrecking crew on San Diego State. So I said to all the blowjobs who know nothing but David Bailey, I go, let me ask you guys a question. What is the difference between David Bailey, and I know you're not going to know who this other guy is, what is the difference between David Bailey and San Diego State's Trey White, which nobody knows but me? Guess what happened about a week later? Can anyone? It's kind of quiet. I hear a pin. Texas Tech gave Trey White from San Diego State a bag of money to go to Texas Tech. Nobody has mentioned Trey White for the last 2 years. For the last 2 years, nobody. And it just shows you who watches football, who doesn't watch football, who just waits for stats, who just waits for Dane Brugler's report to come out and then runs their computer, copies and pastes champs, and has the best graphics and all that shit. Clowns, bro. The fact that Trey White was draft eligible and not one person talked about him except me is criminal, bro. It just shows you are all fake. You're all fake. I was watching what's that movie, man? There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis. It's a great song. It's a great movie. I like Daniel Day-Lewis, bro. I like Gangs of New York. There Will Be Blood. Very similar character. You are a false prophet. Say it, Eli. You are a false prophet. Fucking fake, bro. Especially fake are the guys that come out of the ground, bro. The mushroom characters, bro. We all know who they are, man. We all know if you do this. This is, and I've said this, I've made this my niche. I made this my thing because this is way, 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 way too big to do this 2-3 months out of the year. It's not. It's way too big. And it's amazing that, like, forget about 2025. In 2024, Trey White from San Diego had 12 and a half sacks. So that just, how does that not pop off your heads? I've been watching film on him since 2024. How do you, that it just shows you who watches football, who doesn't watch football, who I don't want to get into it, man. But so all the guys that just know one player, just like last year, it was Mike Green. Mike Green had 17 sacks, but a million dudes had 16.5, so no one talked about him. The only reason everyone's talking about David Bailey is because he led the nation in sacks. That is it. Does that make him the best edge in his class? Not even by close. Do I hate David Bailey? No. I don't hate him. But in a first round that I legit have like 12 players with a first round grade, he ain't one of them, bro. He ain't one of them. And I don't like then as you get further back, I hate saying, oh, I had a third round grade or a fourth round grade on him. I don't like that because that's just lazy scouting, you know? But he ain't in my time. See, this is why, too, I do my draft for all 32 NFL teams. David Bailey, not everyone. See, people got to realize this, too, and I'm sorry for the rant a little bit longer. Every player is not scheme specific to play, to fit in, where he might fit in to maybe, let's say, 5-10 organizations defense they ran. He's not going to fit into another 15. And it also counts to the personnel around them. Let's just say, hypothetically, my team had an edge who's 6'2", 240 pounds, and they can't stop the run. Hello, people. Do I want to draft another 6'2", 240-pound edge that can't stop the run either? Hello? No, I would like a guy that's 6'6", 270 that could get to the quarterback maybe 5 times, 6 times, 7 times instead of 12, but he can stop the run. Clowns, bro. I'm sorry for the rant. Sorry for it went a little bit longer because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, exposing people left and right, man.